The age one is able to buy tobacco was 18 years old, but as of 2019, the law has changed to 21 years old. In 2018, approximately 4.9 million middle school and high school students were current tobacco users. We feel that the smoking age should be 25 years old because smoking causes different types of cancers, for example, lung cancer. And at the age of 18, your brain is still developing and doesn't stop until mid-20s or even early 30s. Here's an example of what tobacco does to your lungs. In the United States of America, you must be 18 years or older to be able to register and vote. You can pre-register to vote either when you're 16 or 17 years old. In 2016, only 43% of people between the ages of 18 and 29 actually voted. This demographic shows that young adults obviously do not think it is a priority to vote.
When you turn 18, our society generally considers you an adult. You can join the military, you're eligible for jury duty, you can get that sweet tattoo that we all know you'll regret in 5 years. And of course, you gain the right to vote. That's when you finally get a say in how this country works. But over the past few years, with movements like Black Lives Matter and the March for Our Lives, we've seen young people under the age of 18 put pressure on lawmakers to take action on serious issues that affect them, like police brutality and gun violence. Combine that with the fact that at 16 you can work, pay taxes, and even be tried as an adult for some crimes, and it's pretty obvious that the country's laws have an impact on nearly everyone well before they can cast their vote.
In the United States of America, you can be 17 years old and enlist in the Army right now with parental consent. And you can join at 18 without anybody stopping you. But the question is, are you really truly ready for the big commitment of joining the military at such a young age? We feel you should be at least 19 and no younger because you shouldn't just go after high school. You should obviously think long and hard about joining the military, as it is a life or death decision. A study by Preston and Buzzell states that Marines have the highest mortality rate while also having the youngest average age at 24. However, 64.7% of Marines deployed were under the age of 24. By moving the age back, it would allow people to experience life longer.
What are your thoughts on the drinking age in the U.S. today?
I think that the drinking age being 21 is an acceptable age. I think by the time you're 21, I feel like you're still kind of young. You're just coming out of adolescence. You're a young adult. So with that, for some people who are maybe less mature, it could be maybe too low. But for some, I feel like there are people who are mature by the time they're 21. Sure. So I'm okay with it.
Okay. Do you feel that lowering the age of 21 would help with alcoholism in the U.S.?
I don't think it's necessarily the age that is kind of the deciding factor. I think it's more so the culture around drinking in the United States. I think with the United States in particular, there's this idea that people need to drink to excess and they binge drink and drink way too much than they should be drinking, which is true of other things in the United States, that we have just too much of something, where in other countries maybe just have it socially or with a meal and it's like a glass or two of wine or one drink as opposed to, oh, I'm going to have 18 beers, you know? So I think it's more so an issue of the culture around drinking.
Okay. If the drinking age was at 18 do you think we would see less young adults have the want to drink underage?
I don't know that it would affect the number of people drinking. If anything, it would just make it to where the people who are drinking underage now, that a larger group of them would be able to do it legally now from like 18 to 21, but I don't know that it would necessarily address the issue of younger people drinking or drinking to excess, which I think is the main issue.
Thank you.